They especially like licking them. The skin on your lips is the same skin that's on your butthole. Dolphins sometimes bite.
I'm not being funny. That explain why both of them look like a balloon knot. Like, dude, stop not being funny. Do this. Don't look like an asshole. Oh, my mom, I'm not being funny. Oh, my mom, I'm not being funny. Look. Blood Curdling Facts You Wish You Never Knew by Jack Neel. What's good? How you day going? Morning, evening, night. Whenever you're watching this video, I ain't gonna do a long intro because I'm ready to get into some facts, dog. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been doing like my own due diligence, like just legit researching ish lately. I've been being lazy lately, not gonna lie, just trusting the internet. But I wanted to get that disclaimer before I say this. Blah. Yo, Jack Neel be dropping some of the most fire freaking facts ever. But yo, let's go and check out this video. You wanna check out the original video? Link will be in the description below, but let's go.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 1. When creating the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, they couldn't create skeletons that looked realistic enough, so they used real human skeletons. Since then, they've removed all but one.
Guys.
Ducks sometimes become cannibals due to boredom, meaning they kill and eat each other. This behavior begins as early as 4 weeks old. Crocodiles are capable of galloping, similar to a horse. Luckily, alligators cannot. And while we're at it, tarantulas can swim. It's extremely common after you die that there will be extreme gas buildup and you will burp after death. And sometimes dead bodies can even sit up on their own. Also, if a pregnant woman dies, the gas buildup in her body can actually forcefully push a baby out. In other words, a post-mortem baby bazooka. Hearing is the last bodily function to go after one dies. So it's very possible that the last thing you ever hear is the paramedic calling off your CPR. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew.
Reality, dog.
And its natural
I already
habitat.
knew this CPR one, but damn, it's still creepy to think about. But who knows? I guess we'll find out one day.
Last bodily function to go after one dies. So it's very possible that the last thing you ever hear is the paramedic calling off your CPR. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 2. In its natural habitat, a blowfish isn't actually ugly. This is one 3,000 feet below sea level. But this is one after extreme tissue damage after being pulled up rapidly by a fisherman. Men who are
last time, I remember my partner called me that shit.
This is one after extreme tissue damage after being pulled up rapidly by a fisherman. Men who are hanged get what is called a death erection, which I'm assuming is pretty awkward for the family. There's a parasite that enters a fish's mouth, eats the tongue, and replaces itself as the new tongue. Blue-eyed people are statistically more likely to suffer from depression and alcoholism. Sometimes an Amber Alert causes the kidnapper to panic and kill the child immediately. Every year you live through the future anniversary of your death. CNN has a pre-recorded...
Oh, wait, let me hear that one more time. Every day you live through the what? Oh man, but the blue eyes one, I mean, is that legit proven? And don't get me wrong. It's gonna sound ignorant what I'm about to say, though. I know it's not gonna be the end-all cure-all. But I mean, shit, give me some blue eyes. It's gonna boost my confidence. I'm wondering why is it.
People are statistically more likely to suffer from depression and alcoholism. Sometimes an Amber Alert causes the kidnapper to panic and kill the child immediately. Every year you live through the future anniversary of your death. CNN has a pre-recorded broadcast for the end of the world. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Pre-recorded broadcast for the end of the world. Blood-curdling fact.
I'm sorry to go back so much, my bad. Because I was focused on the anniversary one at first. That is crazy to think about. But the CNN one, that's just a speculation though, right? I don't know.
Kill the child immediately. Every year you live through the future anniversary of your death. CNN has a pre-recorded broadcast for the end of the world. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 3. The first firefighter killed in 9/11 attacks was struck dead by a falling body in the courtyard. One of them was killed on his way in, and the other was killed on his way out. Right now, there are tiny little bugs on your face munching on your dead skin. Your bones are wet. If you don't have kids, you will break an unbroken line of children that has gone on for tens of millions of years. Kids, you will break an...
man. Oh, that's one of the biggest things. Yo, that's why a lot of people be upset at families that be having hella kids. Yo, I want to be one of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love creating this shit, dog. Of course, take care. I want to do it all. I want to do it all with the same woman, of course. It take care of all my damn kids, financially, all of that shit, physically there, everything, right? But then I do be thinking about that, like, man, I don't want my kids to not have kids. Hey, I'm gonna let you know now. F all that. I ain't about to apologize no more. Hey, These facts about to blow my mind, and I'm already blowing my mind. Boy, it's about to be a lot of rewinding and pausing in this video. You might look next.
On your dead skin. Your bones are wet. If you don't have kids, you will break an unbroken line of children that has gone on for tens of millions of years. A scientist studying death asked a man who was about to be executed by a guillotine if he would blink after his head was chopped off. He ended up blinking for 30 seconds. Most laugh tracks for TV shows were recorded in the early 90s.
That's out. Now test though. Just wondering. Not do a test. Just wondering if they tested it already. So when they performed other action as well, like, yo, it's about to get done, don't ask this person and just see if they get to blinking crazy. Has that side been looked into?
Blinking for 30 seconds. Most laugh tracks for TV shows were recorded in the early 1950s.
And they all dead by now. Yep.
Meaning that you hear dead people laugh.
I heard this one.
If you're attacked by a bear, it won't try to kill you like other predators. Instead, it'll just start eating you. One day, someone will mention you for the last time, then they'll never ever mention you again. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 4. The reason your dog likes squeaky toys so much is because
Let's go back and hear that one more time. Talk a little bit more edge, dog. This may hurt the gamers. Like, fellow gamers, you may hit this one. I saw it. I ain't gonna lie, this one hurt my soul. I'm gonna paraphrase. I don't remember exactly. If I find it online, I'll post it. But it was basically showing like the last time, like you online playing a game, but you seeing like the last time, like someone you really, just say you met online. Yo, in the gaming community, dog, we don't go meeting these people, but you do meet people on these games where like, yo, I feel like I know, dog, this my partner, bro. And you'll see like last online 5 years ago, 4 years ago. You'll see something ridiculous where it's like, damn. And let's say if you just haven't even heard from this person in a minute, or let's say if they did pass away, whatever the situation is, regardless, if you do not communicate with that person anymore, to me it was sad. I was like, that shit hurted me, dog. I was like, man, you know how many people I used to whoop in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Bomberman Online, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like on Xbox 360, top tier online gaming.
That you hear dead people laugh. If you're attacked by a bear, it won't try to kill you like other predators. Instead, it'll just start eating you. One day, someone will mention you for the last time, then they'll never ever mention you again. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 4. The reason your dog likes squeaky toys so much is because the squeak reminds them of small animals dying. Every day, one person takes the biggest shit in the world and they have no idea it was them. The entire universe outside of our galaxy could have disappeared over 20,000 years ago. This is because our view of the universe is what it looked like thousands to billions of years ago. Some tumors can contain pockets of
Just think about it, man. We're either really fucking alone, really freaking alone, or we're not alone. Either way you think about it, boy, I love it because it's scary as hell. What if we're alone? What if? This is it. Last one. Y'all holding on.
And they have no idea it was them. The entire universe outside of our galaxy could have disappeared over 20,000 years ago. This is because our view of the universe is what it looked like thousands to billions of years ago. Some tumors can contain pockets of hair and...
I'm so sorry, stop again. We have been discovering a lot of new shit. Okay, all right, I'm gonna let it finish.
Thousands to billions of years ago. Some tumors can contain pockets of hair and teeth and grow complex organs such as eyes, feet, and hands. There are at least 92 nuclear weapons in the world that are known to be missing. Brain aneurysms can happen whenever, wherever. Polar bears are thought to be some of the only animals that actively hunt humans. You can think about wanting to move your hand and it won't move, but when you want to move your hand, it moves. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 5. Despite if you're using incognito mode, Wi-Fi routers actually keep logs of what websites you visit, and the owner of the router can check this whenever they want. So hopefully you don't have anything to hide. A woman in Russia had a shit ton of twins, triplets, and quadruplets with the same man, totaling to 69 children. Nice. Tarantulas taste like shrimp. According to some cannibals, the most delicious part of the human body is the eyeball, and they especially like licking them. The skin on your lips is the same skin that's on your butthole. Dolphins sometimes bite.
I'm not being funny. That explain why both of them look like a balloon knot. Like, dude, stop not being funny. Do this. Dude, don't look like an asshole. Oh, my mom, I'm not being funny. Oh, my mom, I'm not being funny. Look. this nigga legit sit here act like he had explored his body, dog. I was a kid one day, like I was in the bathroom doing some shit I was supposed to do. I want to look. I want to see what my shit look like. Oh shit! I remember when I first moved to Arizona for college, and that's when my friends started to become diverse. And I heard my partner say that the nigga was white. But I was like, what the fuck is a balloon knot? Hey, my bad. We might have to part 2 this video if I don't stop, dog. Because speaking of being a dad, I gotta go get my kids real quick. And whenever I gotta drive, hey, I love getting high, but I do not like being high when I drive. I'm not doing that shit. I don't believe in drinking and driving, and I don't believe in being high while driving either, dog. I gotta sober up, so I'm hit this bitch like 2 more times. Oh, I gotta stop cussing. I'm hit this more like 2 more times, and then we gonna chill out. Watch
Quadruplets with the same man, totaling to 69 children. Nice. Tarantulas taste like shrimp. According to some cannibals, the most delicious part of the human body is the eyeball, and they especially like licking them. The skin on your lips is the same skin that's on your butthole. Dolphins sometimes bite off the head of a fish and masturbate into the decapitated body. A bubble caused by false vacuum decay could be growing through our universe right now, destroying everything it touches, and we would have no idea because it travels at the speed of light. 2020, please no. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 6. A scorpion can hold its breath underwater for 6 days, so drowning one is not going to save you. Bee testicles explode when they finish, and then they die. In other words, they end their life with a bang. The human anus can stretch up to 7 inches without tearing, and a raccoon can fit into spaces as tight as 4 inches, meaning you could fit almost 2 full-sized raccoons up your ass.
No, the fuck,
Kangaroos have 3 vaginas. There have been quite a few cases of men.
Damn, I ain't thinking of no shit like that. I was more like, if a human, look, shit, how you doing? Pour your little drink, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing. How you doing? You was looking good at the club. Yeah, them other kangaroos ain't had shit on your ass. I ain't gonna cap. Shit, where your band at? Where that nigga at? Why he ain't pick you up? Shit, heard a 444. Shit, they call me 333. How you doing?
Your ass. Kangaroos have 3 vaginas. There have been quite a few cases of men who decided to take a piss off the ledge of the Grand Canyon only to lose their balance and fall to their death. When you smell anything, the particles of that thing are actually going inside of your nose. So when you smell a fart, microscopic poop particles are going inside of your nose. Your body produces a cancerous cell every 30 minutes. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 7. A man was working outside when a fly flew into his eye for a split second and laid eggs. When they began to hatch, they started eating his eye from the inside, and he began to go blind. The Magnapenis squids are a group of rarely seen sea creatures that live 4,000 feet below the surface of the ocean and are believed to grow up to 27 feet long. 20% of young children report hearing voices. Even if you follow the 5-second rule, tiny insects can crawl on your food and you'll eat them without knowing.
I'm down with that.
For the role of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, actress Judy Garland was forced to live on a diet of coffee, soup, and 80 cigarettes a day. And the actors who played the Munchkins groped and molested her, and she was even slapped by the director for laughing during a scene. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 8. Pigs will eat literally anything. There are stories of pigs entering farmhouses and eating newborn babies. Speaking of babies, doctors believed that they didn't feel pain until 1987. So they would operate on newborns without anesthesia. Whistling was a way in which people would summon demons in ancient times. In 1968, every single TV in America shut down for 25 seconds, and there was a sound broadcasted on all of them that many believe was the devil's voice. People born deaf.
I was gonna say, I like that idea. Shut this shit down, but then when they said they heard a voice, I was like, okay, never mind. Man, damn. It'd be so much ish I'd be warning.
Every single TV in America shut down for 25 seconds, and there was a sound broadcasted on all of them that many believe was the devil's voice. People born deaf with schizophrenia often see disembodied hands signing them as opposed to hearing voices. Dang. A mysterious skeleton only 6 inches long was discovered outside a ghost town in Chile. It was declared to be human and lived for as long as 8 years. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 9. The slogan for Nike was inspired by the last words of a notorious killer who was about to be executed.
For real?
Just do it. Former President Teddy Roosevelt had to watch his mother die due to typhoid fever and then immediately go upstairs and see his wife pass away due to complications during childbirth. Your physical brain smells sweet. The hair frog, also known as the Wolverine frog, will break its own bones and force them through its skin so it can have claws to fight off predators.
Nigga, just give up the fight at that point. Yo. Nigga said, no, fuck dog, he whoop my ass, nigga. Pop a bone out. Nigga, you can't fight at that point, dog. At that point, fuck it, yeah, dog with my ass, I ain't tripping. I'ma shoot him. See you. Damn, but your brain smells sweet. That is crazy.
Your physical brain smells sweet. The hair frog, also known as the Wolverine frog, will break its own bones and force them through its skin so it can have claws to fight off.
Shit. Wolverine, dog, I just got that shit. My bad, bro. Damn.
Will break its own bones and force them through its skin so it can have claws to fight off predators. In the 1960s, scientists attempted to teach dolphins English.
I've always thought he was based off an actual Wolverine. This nigga based off a Wolverine frog?
Fight off predators. In the 1960s, scientists attempted to teach dolphins English. However, the experiment soon ended because one of the scientists, Margaret Lavatt, started having sex with a dolphin named Peter, which she claims he initiated. Needless to say, the funding was cut for the experiment, and Peter killed himself.
These hoes been doing this shit for this long. I'm done.
Left.
I'm sorry.
To say the funding was cut for the experiment, and Peter killed himself after Margaret left. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 10. The chemical weapon sarin gas works by not allowing your body's muscles to relax, so they can constrict but are unable to release, causing every single part of your body to cramp until you suffocate to death. Up until the 1800s, dentures were primarily made by the teeth of dead soldiers. Speaking of teeth, babies' adult teeth are located right below their eyeballs. There was a Roman form of torture known as goat's lick, where a person's feet were soaked in salt water and the goat would lick their feet until their flesh was gone. Most serial killers are born in November. When a woman with breast implants is cremated, her implants will melt and drip to the bottom of the furnace. A man was once discovered to have a fir tree growing inside of his body.
Oh, you just spoiled it, Jack. Neel. I haven't watched that one from Mr. Baller yet, but I've seen this on his thumbnail before. See, keep it natural. I mean, it ain't really no see, not that it matters. Like, if I'm fucking dead, I don't think you give a fuck.
Woman with breast implants is cremated, her implants will melt and drip to the bottom of the furnace.
It would mess up the
A man was once discovered to have a fir tree growing inside of his body. The doctors thought it was a tumor, but they soon discovered he had inhaled a fir tree seed, and it had sprouted and grown inside of his lungs. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 11. Right now, in your bed are between 100,000 to 10 million dust mites. And if this isn't bad enough, they feast on skin flakes. An octopus is so flexible that it's capable of entering through your mouth, traveling through your digestive tract, and coming out through your asshole. There are over 200 dead bodies on Mount Everest, and they're used as checkpoints by climbers. If you die inside of your house, it's very common that your pet is going to want to eat you. You wouldn't do that, would you? Neil Armstrong's footprints on the moon don't match up with the ones on his astronaut suit. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 12. When a person is electrocuted via electric chair, they feel absolutely everything. They're completely aware of their body being deep fried in real time. And one person who survived the first round of electrocution said it tasted like cold peanut butter. As you're watching this video, your internal organs are constantly moving around inside you. Your armpit is where most of your important nerves in your arms are.
And I go like real quick, that's why sometimes, I don't know if you ever notice when you see me, like if I look like I'm really freaking breathing. Because I told you, I'm into the body a lot. Anatomy is freaking crazy to me, dog. I've been seeing a lot of videos about how we just breathe wrong off the rip, bro. So sometimes I'll be breathing in through my nose. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you breathe in through your nose and you hold it and you let it out through your mouth. But I think you hold it longer than you breathe in. I forgot that part. Nigga, I just be breathing in for a long time, hold it for a long time, and it can do a good let out through my mouth. I be doing that a lot. I like that hoodie too, kids. See ghosts. That's dope.
Said it tasted like cold peanut butter. As you're watching this video, your internal organs are constantly moving around inside you. Your armpit is where most of your important nerves in your arms are, so if you stab it, it will leave your arm completely useless. Ted Bundy, the serial killer, used to work at a suicide hotline.
Oh, yeah.
Scaphism was a form of ancient torture where someone's body was tied between two boats and they were covered in milk and honey, and bugs and other animals would feast on their body for days. Cotard's delusion is a rare condition where people literally think they're dead, and many of them ask to be taken to a cemetery to be with other dead people.
He says Cotard?
And many of them. Cotard's delusion is a rare condition where people literally think they're dead, and many of them ask to be taken to a cemetery to be with other dead people. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 13. Hundreds of thousands of bodies have either been lost or buried at sea, so every time you swim in the ocean, you're basically bathing in a graveyard. Chainsaws were originally invented for childbirth. Female mummies in ancient Egypt were always decomposed more than the male ones, and this is because the male bodies were embalmed a lot sooner while the female bodies were kept at the family home until they started to decompose a little bit. And this was to prevent people from having sex with the dead female bodies. Vlad the Impaler was called this because he would place his enemies ass first on pointed poles that would slowly skewer them to death.
Hey, you know one thing I be liking, dog? Because I be telling you, I love this history shit, bro. I feel like it's all... what we have, I feel like it's all scrambled up, jumbled up bullshit right now because we wasn't there. But one thing I do be liking, when people do be drawing pictures or portraying what this person looked like back then. Maybe it is actual pictures of them long time ago. I don't fucking know. Either way, a lot of them always got my nose. I'm like, y'all, I'm connected to these. I'm about to say the N-word. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm connected to these people somehow, for real. So if anything happen, I go back, they might rock with me, dog. He's one of us. Oh, appreciate that nigga. Cause in the modern time, he's always trying to roast me, dog. Matter of fact, bring my potter to this year. We about to behead his ass. Nigga always roasted me.
He's ass first on pointed poles that would slowly skewer them to death. Fatal familial insomnia is a disease where a person literally cannot go to sleep no matter what they take or what they do. The symptoms get progressively worse until they die of exhaustion. And for the last one, you might want to look up who invented blow-up dolls. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 14. There was a woman in the 18th century named Mary Toft who shoved dead rabbits inside of her and later acted as if she gave birth to them. And the doctors actually believed her until one of them discovered corn inside one of the rabbits' stomachs.
The fact that the doctor believed, it was back then though, they probably believed anything. Boy, I'd have finessed so hard back then.
The doctors actually believed her until one of them discovered corn inside one of the rabbits' stomachs. More people have tapeworms than have dogs, which I guess makes them the most popular pet. Oh yeah, and this is what it looks like up close. So you know how every few pistachios you eat, there's always one that tastes a little bit different? Well yeah, it's because there's a dead navel orange worm inside of it. An octopus's penis is actually one of its tentacles, so if you ever got to pet one at SeaWorld, you might have just groped the damn thing. Dying from starvation is because your body used all of its resources in order to feed your brain. And as a last resort, it begins to digest the muscle around your most vital organs until all that's left is your heart. So you die by eating your heart. Blood-curdling facts that you...
That's why you hear the saying, eat your heart out. I know about that one, but man, the body is crazy, dog.
What's left is your heart. So you die by eating your heart. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew.
Not because you're
Part
in love.
15. When penguins can't find love, they waddle off to die alone. Former US politician stated that House of Cards is one of the most accurate depictions of American politics that he's ever seen. Deer like to lay on decaying corpses because they produce heat and they like the way
I may need to watch that show. I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about BTS. Let me see.
When penguins can't find love, they waddle off to die alone. Former US politician stated that House of Cards is one of the most accurate depictions of American politics that he's ever seen. Deer like to lay on decaying corpses because they produce heat and they like the way it feels against their body. Basically, deer treat corpses like their own personal sauna. When a barcode is scanned, it's actually scanning the white parts of the code. You may never know if you've gone insane. And you could be bleeding internally right now and not even know it until it's too late. Since 2012, the US military has lost more soldiers to suicide than to combat or other accidents. When you begin to realize just how dangerous escalators are, it is shocking that they still exist. And if you get caught in one, your chances of survival are almost zero. When Tarsiers get too stressed out, they commit suicide by repeatedly banging their heads against a tree. Surgery predates anesthesia. Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew.
Yeah, I would definitely think that.
Kangaroos are absolutely terrifying, and if you mess with one, it will likely lure you into the water and attempt to drown you. There's an abandoned Disney park that you aren't allowed to go to, and it was shut down in 1999 because it was infested with free-roaming alligators. The animals were being abused, and an 11-year-old boy died from a flesh-eating bacteria found in the park's waters. In the movie The Wizard of Oz, the lion's costume was made out of a real skinned lion. This is the John Lawson house.
That movie was
no one knows who lives there but a real skinned lion. This is the John Lawson house. No one knows who lives there, but every single day, there are several female mannequins sitting on the front porch wearing a variety of clothing. Their positions and outfits change daily, and many believe this is meant to convey some sort of message. And in 1871, a train crash...
Like that can be debunked, man.
Wearing a variety of clothing. Their positions and outfits change daily, and many believe this is meant to convey some sort of message. And in 1871, a train crash took place just 200 feet away from the home, killing 22 people. And these mannequins are always pointing toward the crash.
Ooh, my bad, I'm sobering up, I'm calm now, chill out. But man, I ain't gonna lie, this may be the best one I've seen in a long time, dog. But Pete, the part that, that was tripping me out, I did know the escalator part because we saw that one before. I don't know if I watched it on the channel or I just saw it, whatever. But regardless, I remember one time, man, we were like, I was in high school at the time, all right? So either way go, we were in Texas in the Galleria. And we're going up the elevator. It's my sister and her kids, my niece, obviously. Well, yeah, my niece. So her shoestring gets stuck in the escalators going up. So I panicked. I didn't know this was a thing. So I just panicked, just think like, yo, there's no way this is gonna stop. So I instantly get I think I told y'all this story before. I instantly get this like snatching in my family, like, calm down, you tripping, calm down. Like calming down and everything, whatever, trying to get stuff off. So I'm thinking in my head, like, all right, it gotta be a stop button. So I'll run to the top looking for a stop button until I get up there. By the time I get there, yo, we got it. We got her foot out. Then the woman at the top finally pressed the stop button. Like, yo, everything okay, whatever. But you tell me legit that could have resulted in some bullshit. It always takes me back to those split-second decisions we have to make in life where it's like, yo, you better do this because right now, rather you wanting to be or not, this is fight or flight. This is life or death. You better, what we gonna do? Shit, I don't know. Death right there. What you gonna do? Oh, you made it. Damn, the moments be crazy. And I'm just speaking about life decisions in general, not saying that the probability of that actually happening to my niece at that moment would have went the same way. Who knows? I don't know. Glad we didn't find out. I would say that. But yeah, I'm just speaking in general. Like, man, it's just crazy when you encounter them. And sometimes you'll know when you're out of it, like, yo, I legit could have freaking just died just then. It's like, ooh, trippy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, enjoy my day, morning, evening, night. You do the same thing. No, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my day. You enjoy your morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching this video. Click that like button for me. Hey, share, I appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. But I'm out.